I could sing you a karaoke in the meantime, but my music teacher decided that that wasn't my strong suit. But I could try to audition for Disney instead, since my voice is animated. Thanks for rescuing me. Yes, could we please cue up the presentation? Thank you very much. And make technology not make us feel awkward up here.
Okay, thank you. My name again is Stephen Umbogo Kiria. I'm the Acting Commissioner at the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. I'm actually working under Dr. Mutambi. He has already been introduced. So I head the Technological Research, Innovation and Processing Department. Okay, so today the presentation is actually on the entrepreneurship support and ecosystem strengthening advisory project. Next slide, please. So there are linkages between the project and the NDP3, which is the National Development Plan 3. Now, the project will implement activities in line with the following National Development 3 programs. These are private sector development, digital transformation and innovation, technological development and transfer, the agro-industrialization, the manufacturing, and PDM. PDM is the parish development module. Next slide, please. Under this project, activities, there will be project activities to be undertaken in line with the above programs. Among these activities are the implementation acceleration programs to support the ecosystem. There is mobilizing public and private support, private sector players to strengthen networking in the startup ecosystem. Thirdly, to facilitate policy development, to support the startup ecosystem players, collaboration with programs such as the NSSF, National Social Security Fund, and the High Innovator. And then lastly is to support the creation of market linkages. If you can go to the next slide. In addition to that, while the slide is coming up, I suppose there is some technical difficulties. There is also facilitating linkages between, can you go to the next slide? I see. Oh, there is also facilitating linkages between Uganda and the Japanese startups for inter alia technology, development, and transfer. And then supporting the establishment and functionality of startup database for planning and implementation of appropriate interventions. So overall, the project will enhance the capacity of government, which is the MTIC, Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, to implement interventions aimed at improving the startup ecosystem. The linkages between this project and the MTIC policies or strategies, these are in line with the MSME policy and implementation strategy, the National Industrial Policy and Implementation Strategy, the National Trade Policy, the Buy Uganda, Build Uganda, and Implementation Strategy, that is, of course, BUBU. And so, however, an explicit policy and law are being developed for the startups. There is also a linkage between the project and related ministry policies. These include private sector development strategy by MOFED, which is the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, the National ICT Policy, National Intellectual Policy, Property Policy, National Science, Technology and Innovation Policy, and the National Agriculture Policy. Now, this slide takes you to the current status, which is the inadequate support system for growth and startup and stage startups. So it's mapping the accelerators and investors. On the horizontal slide, you see the grant and the pre-seed. Then it breaks it down to the seed capital and also series. Series is growth. On the horizontal columns, in the vertical columns, you see, I'm not producing from this side. So you see the business development services, which is broken down under incubator accelerators, and that's within Uganda and also in globally. Then it goes to investors. Under investors, we have the angel and the venture capitalists, and then we have the development financial